Hi everybody, this is Steve Hogger, the pastor of Hickory Hill Baptist Church. And this is Wednesday in the Word, and it is April the 28th, Wednesday, April the 28th. And we're looking through the Sermon on the Mount. We're in Matthew chapter 7. And we're going to look at two verses today, verses 13 and 14. So Matthew 7, verses 13 and 14. Now we're going to be kind of short today, but it's very important. If you remember, Jesus is preaching a sermon. He goes up on a hill or a mountainside. He sits down and he teaches disciples and other people around. And so he comes toward the closing of this sermon. And this is what he says in Matthew chapter 7, verse 13 and 14. It says, "Enter through the narrow gate, for wide is the gate and broad is the road that leads to destruction, and many enter through it. But small is the gate, and narrow the road that leads to life, and only a few find it." Now I'm just going to run through this. This is basic stuff, but just kind of run through this to get you to understand stuff, and I'm going to try to apply this at the end. There's two gates here. There's a narrow and there's a wide gate or broad gate. In fact, Jesus says enter, and he uses a command here, an aorist imperative command. It says, you enter this gate. You cannot admire the gate. You cannot just look at it. But you enter the gate. You actually physically have to go in the gate. And it's at a point in time that you have to go through this gate. And he says, actually Jesus says, choose this gate. Choose the narrow gate. That's what Jesus says. Enter through the narrow gate, he says. That's a command. All right, there's two ways, he says. There's a wide or broad way, then there's a narrow or small way. The broad way is easy, it's attractive. Many choose this way. I mean, it's like a paved road, very wide, very easy traveling. A lot of people choose this road. Then there's a narrow way. It's more demanding. It is under pressure. In fact, the Greek word there is stenos, which means, it's hard to describe it. It's something that's under pressure, that has pressure to it. But few choose this way. See, that is God's way. You have the broad way, nice paved way. Everyone can go through it, 2-lane road. Then you have a narrow path, a narrow way. But only few find this way. Then he said there's two destinations. There's a narrow destination, and then there's a broad destination or wide destination. The narrow leads to life, eternal life. The broad leads to destruction. Very simple. Then he said there's two groups. There's a broad group, then there's a narrow group. The broad group is many. Many go down this wide road, this broad road, and they find destruction. Then there's a narrow group. Only few will find this, and they will have life. They will have eternal life. Guys, you just don't choose. You just don't happen. I mean, guys, you choose which road you're on. You just don't happen to get on the narrow road. You have to make that choice to get on that road. It's not by accident. You choose which gate, God's way, the narrow road, or you choose the wide road. By not choosing, you're automatically on the wide gate. These past week or so, I've been turkey hunting a lot, and been going through a lot of gates, and every gate I go through, I've got to find the chain of the gate. The farmer lets me go through, or the person who owns a piece of property. I go through that gate. I open it up. I got to make sure I chain it back. But it is an intentional process that I got to go through that gate, carrying all my gear, my gun and stuff. I undo the chain, open it up, go through it, lock it back, and I did that every morning. It's an intentional process. I choose to go through that gate. Guys, God says, enter through the narrow gate. You have a choice. If you want eternal life, you have to make the choice and have to follow Jesus Christ. In 1 John it says, he who has the Son has life. He who does not have the Son does not have life. Guys, we make a choice. Are we going to enter through the narrow gate, go through the narrow road which leads to life? That's a choice you make. You make a choice to go through that gate. If you don't make that choice, you're automatically on the wide road. Everybody goes down that road. Many people go down that road. But see, that low road leads to destruction. So today I want you to kind of think about this. Which road have you chosen? Have you chose the wide gate? The wide road? Are you on a path? Are you one of those group that's destination is destruction? Going to hell? Or have you chosen the narrow gate, the narrow road? Few go down this road. It's a hard road in following Christ. But by doing that, your destination is heaven, eternal life. I hope you got something out of this today. Hope you have a great week. We'll see you Sunday.